Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and at long last, a new update is finally live for Modern Warfare 2019. Even though today's update is 18GB on console and 48GB on PC, this patch is actually quite small as compared to some of the stuff that we've seen previously, but it does add a few new things to the game, and it also paves the way for more content to be added in the near future. The big takeaway today, of course, is the addition of the Crossbow weapon, which can be earned by anybody for completing this Marksman Rifle challenge. All you have to do is get 5 kills in a single match while using a Marksman Rifle that has a reflex attachment equipped to it, and you have to do that in 25 different games, but once you do all of that, the Crossbow will be permanently unlocked and it's going to be yours forever. Now obviously this is going to take quite some time because 25 matches is a lot, but they add a couple of playlists to the game including Shipment today, which is definitely pretty nice, which should help you burn through those challenges pretty quickly. And I would also like to say, I'm happy that they added this, right? Even though the Crossbow is not really my weapon, like I'm not going to use it really all that much, but regardless, I do like the fact that a DLC weapon was released and it's not tied to the Battle Pass or the in-game store or supply drops or anything like that, but rather it's tied to a challenge that you can choose to complete. That's definitely a pretty good system in my own personal opinion. Now on top of that, we also have 5 additional Krave class slots now, which is nice, but at the same time, I really don't know what Infinity Ward was thinking with this one. I mean, releasing a game with this many weapons, with the plan to release even more weapons, and on top of that, we have so many attachments for every single gun. I have no idea how they possibly thought it'd be a good idea to release Modern Warfare 2019 with only 5 Krave class slots. It was a really dumb move from the start, but at least they finally corrected their mistake. We now have 10 of them, and hopefully going forward, developers will remember that basic features, like having more than 5 Krave class slots, should be in the game from the very beginning. It should not be an update that we get several months into the game's life cycle. But yeah, once again, they finally added those to the game, and I'm definitely pretty happy about that. They also added the Shoot the Ship playlist back, which of course is the mosh pit of game modes on the maps Shoot House and Shipment, and they also added Capture the Flag to the game as well. But aside from that and a couple of bug fixes, that's pretty much it for today's update, which again is pretty small considering how large the update was when we installed it to our consoles and to our PCs. Now I did mention earlier that this update does lay the groundwork for future content to be added, so let's go ahead and talk about that next. On the PC version of the game, the update was 48GB, which is absurd, right? Well, the reason why that is because on the PC version of the game, the developers tend to preload upcoming content to the game files, and I think it's safe to assume that some of that content is going to be for the upcoming Battle Royale mode. You guys may remember the map itself was leaked a while ago and could be accessed by doing a glitch in-game, but according to the Gaming Revolution, who has accurately leaked tons of information about the game so far, he has been wrong about a couple of things, but I feel as though he's been way more accurate than he has been inaccurate. According to him and his source right here, the Battle Royale mode may not be coming out until Season 2 or possibly even Season 3. According to his source, the mode wasn't very good, and it was also super campy, which of course is subjective. That's just that one person's opinion, and we won't know until we can experience it for ourselves. But apparently, according to him, Infinity Ward has been working pretty hard on the Battle Royale mode, and they're having some issues with it, right? So they're trying to make it as polished as possible before they finally release it to the public. I think it's safe to say that no matter what they do internally, no matter how much testing they do, no matter how much they try to revise the game mode, it's going to be rough from the very beginning. There's no way it's not going to happen. When they finally do release Battle Royale, it's going to be very rough, because who remembers how rough Blackout was back during the beta? I certainly do, and in fact, I have some old gameplay saved from back then, and even though it's kind of similar to the Blackout that we know and love today, it was still pretty rough around the edges. It took months and months and months of updates and community feedback before Blackout really started to take off, and I think the same is going to be true for the Battle Royale mode that we're going to see here in Modern Warfare. That's why I think it's best for Infinity Ward to just push out the game mode as soon as possible. As soon as it's in a playable and stable state, just push it out and let the player base dive deep into it, and together the community and the developers can work to make it as fun as possible within the shortest amount of time. Still though, apparently they had a bunch of issues with it internally, so it may be some time before we actually see Battle Royale here in Modern Warfare, but I'm pretty excited about it, and I would love to hear what you guys think about it down in the comment section below. As always, I will do my best to keep you guys posted with more news about the Battle Royale mode as soon as that info becomes available, but for right now, I'm going to wrap up today's video. Be sure to leave your thoughts and feedback on Battle Royale as well as the new Crossbow challenge down in the comments. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.